Welcome to this week's Retail Reality Check. We're going to do a whirlwind tour of the latest tech installs in the industry, and it's all brought to you by our friends at IHL Group. All right, before we jump in, a quick word. If you're heading to NRF and you're thinking, man, I need to maximize my presence, well, IHL Group has some great content and lead gen options to help you do just that. Check them out at www.ihlservices.com. All right, let's get right into it. The big buzz this week, it's all about something called Agentic AI. And trust me, this is where things get really interesting. So you might be asking, what in the world is Agentic AI? Well, think of it like this. Your normal AI, it's like a good advisor. It'll suggest what you should do. But Agentic AI, it doesn't just suggest, it does. It's empowered to actually take action all on its own to get a job done. It's not a guide, it's a go-getter. And this isn't some far-off future tech, It's happening right now. Look at Google. They're building a feature that will literally buy something for you from a store's website when the price is right. You've got Debenham's group using it to manage sales and pricing automatically. And get this, Levi's is creating what they call an AI super agent right inside Microsoft Teams to handle tasks for their corporate folks. Pretty wild, right? And the CEO of Levi's, Michelle Gass, she puts it perfectly. This isn't just about getting some new software. She says it's a key unlock for rewiring how they work, all the way from the stores to the corporate offices. We're talking about a fundamental shift here. Okay, but here's the thing. All this cool new tech, especially this agentic AI stuff, it can't just run on thin air. It needs a super solid foundation to work. And that's exactly where unified commerce platforms step into the picture. Just look at Ahold Delhaize. They just finished rolling out this huge in-house platform called Prism. And what it does is bring all 5 of their US brands, like Food Lion and Stop & Shop, under one roof. And now, it's serving 26 million customers a week. Every single week. That's just massive scale. But, and this is important, it's not just for the mega corporations. Let's look at the other side of the coin. You've got specialists like Tennis Giant. They used a unified platform from Shopify to link up their pro shops with their online sales. And boom, over 100% sales growth in just 4 years. It really goes to show this foundational piece is crucial, no matter your size. Okay, time to switch gears. Let's do a lightning round. I'm going to hit you with some other really fascinating tech that's being installed in stores as we speak. All right, first up, I've got a question for you. How would you feel about getting your next manicure from a robot? Seriously. Yeah, it's not a trick question. It's actually happening. Ulta Beauty is testing out a system from a company called 10 Beauty. It does a whole 5-step manicure, takes off the old polish, files your nails, paints them, the whole shebang. It costs just $30. This is real, folks, not science fiction anymore. And check out the efficiency boost we're seeing elsewhere. The electronics retailer Currys, they're saving more than 400,000 work hours a year just by using electronic shelf labels. A hotel down in Raleigh has made check-in 85% faster by getting rid of the front desk. And my personal favorite? A pub over in Leeds can pour almost 1,500 pints an hour with self-serve beer taps. Now that's what I call a measurable impact. The pace of innovation doesn't slow down when we look at delivery either. In fact, it's getting faster, more autonomous, and honestly, a lot more creative. I mean, look at this. You've got DoorDash robots cruising the sidewalks in Miami, delivering groceries. Old Navy just put its entire collection on DoorDash for same-day delivery. Think about that. And over in the UK, Superdrug is teaming up with Just Eat to get you beauty products in 30 minutes flat. The whole idea of I want it now is quickly becoming the baseline expectation. And of course, Target is right in the mix. They're trying something new, piloting a new kind of sorting center up in Cleveland that is 100% focused on next-day delivery through Shipt. It's a really smart test to see how they can squeeze even more speed out of the system. But with all this talk about shiny new tech, it is time for our reality check. Because here's the deal. Not every big leap forward means you have to tear everything down and start over. And this is a point that industry experts like Greg Buzek over at IHL Group talk about constantly. And this idea really comes to life with this story. You have the CTO of Kingfisher, that's the parent company of huge European retailers like B&Q and Screwfix. They were facing this massive, super expensive ERP upgrade from SAP. And his response was just so powerful. He basically said, don't just hand me a price list that jacks up my costs by 20 times. Show me the value. So what did they do? Instead of just taking the upgrade path the vendor laid out, they totally forged their own. They kept their old SAP system, they moved that system to the Google Cloud. They hired a third party, Rimini Street, to support it for way less money. And then, and this is the genius part, they took all the money they saved and used it to build modern AI and personalization tools right on top of their old legacy system. I mean, it's a total masterclass in smart, practical innovation. It sends such a clear message that the days of being locked into a vendor are fading fast. CIOs are feeling more empowered than ever to push back. And that's our reality check for the week. It's just a fantastic reminder that a smart strategy is every bit as important as the technology itself. Now, if you want to go deeper on these stories and check out over 40 more case studies, you've got to see the full narrative from IHL Group over at their website, ihlservices.com. So that leaves us with one final question to think about. With all this change happening so fast, with AI agents and new platforms, what's the one reality check that your business really needs to have right now? Something to chew on. Thanks for tuning in.